Yo, welcome back everyone to chapter 2 of the letter. Yeah, so it's Hannah now. Isabella's probably dead. Who knows? Yeah. It is far too easy to get them to pay attention in rapture. They hang on to my very word and follow my every move. All of it would have been stifling had I not grown used to such stares. Most are respectful, some are hostile. Well, if we are honest. And a few downright inappropriate. After all, I am...
Kinda right!
Who the fuck are you? There's a moment of agitation as a familiar but less welcome face approaches me, with a suggestive smirk on his face. Of course, I have to keep a benevolent smile to greet him as any good friend. After all, this man can turn heads being famous in his own rights.
Officer Lee! What a pleasant surprise. I didn't think you'd have the time to attend tonight's party.
He's more like Luke's friend than mine, really. And I'm quite sure I only invited his wife. Much like I'm only friends with the chief inspector because of Luke, Luke is only friends with Rochelle because of me. Unlike how I treated Lee, however, Luke never hid his animosity for Lee's matriarch. It was an odd first world friendship where we would have an awkward double dates. I wouldn't recall his first name, we started with it, and I think I might be wrong. Aside from being chief inspector of Luxembourg police, his wife Rochelle Lee Nevans owns a general electronic company, fridges and freezer mostly.
Oh, I always have time for my favourite socialite couple. Might I say, you look positively ravishing tonight. I see the husband isn't with ya.
Okay, creepy man. The way he eyes me up is enough to make my skin crawl. I wish Lee's here to fend off more unseemingly of our peers. You know, the ones. Men who are just a bit too friendly, staring too long at my assets, and getting too close just because my husband's not here. To think they all have gall to do this at my own party. In my own house, if I might add. But like any high society woman with her soul, I know they handle it with grace and dignity.
I suppose you are looking pleasant as well. Luke's busy with work, unfortunately. Rochelle isn't here?
A shame. I do hope he isn't causing you much trouble. That husband of yours can be a bit daft sometimes, acting like he's still some young bachelor. The wife sends her regards and her apologies, but something came up with a doctor and she needed to attend to it. You know her, being pregnant and all.
Shouldn't you be with her instead of this party, sir? We make a small talk. Rather, I'm forced to do so. He would not leave my side after finding his place here there. Much to my chagrin, I've been extricated from a few who flock in and hope of flattering before I can tolerate them as far better than Lee. He's nice though, and I adore his wife, who is obviously the brain behind the two. But there is something unsettling about him. I do not trust him as much as I want to. He regaled to me tales of Luxembourg Police Department, a different affair to the usual, in custom I am privy to, and though I loathe to admit, it's interesting nonetheless. I expect the topic of business to die out quickly, which would be understandable enough due to the confidential nature of his work. Oh boy, I was wrong.
So, wearing civvies, I steal and drive off with one of the police mobiles, right? In the mirror, I see the new tank chasing on foot and screaming about theft. The look on his face was priceless when I parked it in the garage.
Oh my! You made him chase you all the way home for a prank. What did Rochelle have to say about that?
Rochelle has a strange love and a hate affair with Lee. He's a married man who did not grow up past his early 20s, judging by the way he acts. Surprisingly enough, they've been married for a good 20 years now. a lifetime when you compare it to my marriage of 7 years with Luke. On the other hand, Luke is lonely, or I should be happy about that, I suppose. Although my darling did have his moments.
Hey, the wife pulled my ear and gave me a good talking to, though. Besides, we live in a flat a block away, so it wasn't much of a grand chase.
Weren't you living in a house near the countryside?
Moved for work, you know. Or you probably don't.
No, I don't. But a flat in downtown? I suppose if that's what you like.
Oh, it's horrid. Hate that tiny place, no matter how convenient it can be for work. 55 square yards are not enough when you need to get away from the wife. I wouldn't mind a place away from the city. Even started looking at the ads. I spied an interesting lot, actually. Heard it was finally put up for sale. Or that something mansion, you know the one with all the ghost stories.
Isn't this the place? Or is it somewhere else? I know what he's talking about. There's only a few urban legends around here. It's
The Ermagood Mansion?
That's the one. Worthy of a king it is. I'd buy it myself, but Rochelle would only gripe if I brought it up to her. Not to mention all the expenses a place like that will be a real fixer-upper.
Wait, what the hell?
You also have to find someone willing to work there with how superstitious people can be.
If it becomes a problem, just hire someone to do an exorcism.
Is this in the past or the future? What the hell?
Actually, I do know of someone who could be up to the task. You remember the Ludgates party at their Christchurch summer residence?
Of course! It was an excellent soiree. Everything was so classy, too. Such good taste.
Oh, that place was a pigsty until they hired out this interior designer and they turned it into a bloody palace. She worked for the Exodus for their apartment in Soho too, and they recommended her when we were looking up pieces for our beach house in Porto Colom. I think I have a business card right at... No, I must have left it in my other jacket. Anyway, she's called, what's her name? Marianne, I believe, yes. But truly, if anyone were to get that place in McCullough, well, they'd be the envy and the talk of the town.
Well, if you put it that way, I might just snatch it up for myself.
Okay, this is in the past. Before they bought the house, okay.
This place was starting to feel a bit small lately anyway.
Sure, a 3-story penthouse will not fit the definition of small for some people. Okay, maybe a lot of people. But it isn't big enough to make a grand party in. As it is, I only invite about 30 people to this one, and it feels cramped in here. It certainly would be nice if they didn't have an arrived in elevator, up and down several floors, but can get anywhere as well. All Luke's words, not mine. Besides, I've been looking for a good anniversary gift. Luke might like this one. Where is he anyway? Okay, yeah, this is the boss. Luke is dressed to the nines, as he usually is, and he looks ready to whatever the day will be thrown at him. His butler and valet wait at his side, just in case he isn't ready as he looks. Sure, he is that normal. What's confusing to me is that the fact he is on his way out the penthouse, considering wouldn't have anywhere to go much later.
Where are you going?
I am to attend the Triad Autumn Tasting. I do believe I informed you of this 2 weeks ago.
Yes. And might I remind you that I had stricken that off your schedule? Because 1, the doctor told you to stop consuming so much alcohol.
Yeah, you slut.
And 2, I informed you a few days ago about the open house we are going to attend in its place. I've even found this marvelous interior designer, Mary Ann McCullough.
It's a 3.5-hour drive to Cardiff. I don't have time for this. This is like that little party you threw all over again. You don't inform me of it, and you expect me to stay and be a gracious host when I have business elsewhere. You know how I operate, Hannah. Unless this was penciled in, I am sticking to my schedule.
If I may intrude, the madam is correct. Your physician did insist you moderate your drinking, unless you wish to incur acute pancreatitis.
Oh, thank you, Johan.
And you did have this open house penciled in last Wednesday morning.
Bullocks, I don't remember doing so.
Jeez.
Well, you did. While very hungover, in fact.
He did. Moan about it me being too loud, but gave in after some pushing. Perhaps it was a bit too cruel and manipulative of me, but...
Whose side are you on?
Come on, Luke. You promised we'd do whatever I want this weekend.
Gordon Bennett, fine. I am giving this house tour of yours a chance.
Why not Gordon Ramsay?
But if it proves to be a waste of time, I am going to Cardiff and you are going to take a cab home.
Jeez.
Are we clear?
It's just a bit of a husband and wife tit-tat, isn't it? All couples have their argument. Once the honeymoon phase is over, and as they seem to call it, reality sets in that you and your partner might not always see eye to eye. Perhaps it's been the years. Several of them is nothing to scoff at.
I just cannot bloody believe I agreed to this. I was really looking forward to the triad tasting.
Though sometimes I think it's something more than just a simple disagreement. And I have to stop myself from wondering where we went wrong.
There's always the Triad Christmas tasting in Manchester next month, and that'll only be an hour and a half drive.
Maybe, have I been neglectful? Have I been offended? Have I acted shamefully?
Yes, but Cardiff...
The shit's 3 hours away, mate. Not worth. Certainly, any borrow can be discussed. As long as it doesn't turn me away.
Well, there goes my good mood. Are you happy now, Hana?
Why must he treat me this way? I don't know, remain silent at the moment. I am happy. Did that make it better? That made it worse. Yes. I think. I'm sure he will be too once he get over this little upset. There's no point aggravating with him anymore, so I keep myself from commenting on the further issue. A sweet smile and a bowed head, no need to provoke. This is how I cope.
So, when do we leave? Where are we even going?
We're scheduled to leave after lunch for the Ermengarde Mansion. Das ist ja interessant. It's just Deutsch name. Is that infamous mansion, yeah?
Yeah.
I have seen it from afar. It's a huge property. Very beautiful if it wasn't left abandoned. Certainly a house befitting lords and ladies of the land.
A house good enough for nobles, huh? It is well known then? I guess that doesn't make it a total waste of time.
Our old sous chef mentioned going there for Halloween last year. We've not seen him since.
Wow. That's unfortunate.
Not that I mind. He made terrible pumpkin soup.
That's not very nice. I smile even as they turn their backs on me. The ride to the mansion is quiet, with Luke having stayed out the window the entire way, not paying attention to anything around him. Meanwhile, I am conflicted. I don't know if I should apologize for changing his plans or not. His plans like that. But by the time we arrive at the mansion, I see his eyes light up in genuine interest. Apologizing the last thing on my mind. Let me save real quick. Let's go page. I think I'll go. Oh, what happened? I hope I didn't skip anything. The whole affair with the Ermengarde Mansion is certainly an interesting experience. The place has been renovated and restored by the owners to what they claim to be acceptable standards. The mansion itself looks like something befitting a fairy tale or some period piece. It's tastefully decorated with a bit of love and attention. I'm sure it can be a place Luke and I can call home. and the number of other prospective buyers that have come from the powerful and wealthy, Luxembourg certainly did not disappoint, marking his estate as prime property. The least amongst the group who went with the Rose woman, and I saw a few other notable faces, though I did not feel any like mingling. Unfortunately for every one of them, the Wrights are interested in buying. Oh great, it's this part again. What's been bugging my mind, however, is that Isabel. What is her problem? I still don't quite understand what's happening. One moment she's scrambling to give us the paperwork to finalize the sale. Then she's panicking with some sort of prank letter or another. Oh Rose, why must you do this? Why must this happen to you? On the second thing on my mind is how touching my darling husband is toward the poor dear. I cannot even plaster a smile on my face, the heart scowl taking its place. There's no way I can pretend nothing's wrong as I hum.
And I'm sure little Lily here would certainly appreciate it if you remove your pretty hands from her, darling.
He's quick enough to distract his hand, which is all a girl needs to, well, for a lack of better word, escape.
I think I need to step out for a while. I'll be back.
Her eyes are bigger than, I don't know, just a model, I guess. Her partner follows, shouting after her without hesitation. There's an awkward air among us, as we are left with a wake of whatever that was. Other murmurs and gossip with each other, speaking of the poor deaf girl telling the tale to whoever was not the audience, to the act in the first place. It didn't take too long for the woman, Rose, to return and pull us aside into study for what I should assume is damage control. Rose advised Marianne in as well, hoping to apologize to her as well. But the woman refuses, saying she's not one of her clients anyway. That leaves myself, Rose, and Luke. The last all too eager to make himself comfortable in a study he's no doubt already claimed his own.
I can't apologize enough about what just happened. Please forgive Isabella. She's been under a lot of pressure lately. She's young and all those rumors about this being haunted just got to her head. And it must be this terrible heat too. Not a drop of rain for days now.
Oh, it's fine. The poor girl must feel so embarrassed about what she just did. But I say, let bygones be bygones. After all, she's only a child. She looked, 19?
I shoot Luke an accusing look at these words. I thought he tried flirting with the girl. You pedophile, you dirty scum. The nerve of him. And not only that Isabel girl, but also Marianne and Rose too. What kind of husband would think of even remotely a good idea to make moves on 3 different women while his wife stands there? Did he drink while I wasn't looking?
She's a bit older than that. But again, I apologize. And if there's any way I can make up for what just happened, just...
I know what you can do. Be a darling flower and get us one of those bottles you plan to serve.
Excuse me, sir.
Pop it open.
We were planning on serving some champagne. I can get that.
That would be lovely. Much obliged.
Do you want a glass as well, Ms. Wright?
Oh no, I'm fine. I really shouldn't be drinking right now.
And Luke shouldn't be either. But right now, I'm just too tired to have any sort of argument. I don't have the heart to scold him in public as well. I'm certainly not his mother. I just want to get this horrid day done, go home and sleep. Perhaps I'll even have a little strong cuppa before I head off to bed. Perhaps that sounds nice. When Rose comes back with the champagne, I beckon her over. As I have told her partner before, I have very intent of acquiring this house. I might as well, even if I'm having second thoughts about getting it for Luke. The moment the Wright has expressed interest in this place, we have our eyes set on it. If we don't buy it, that might as well be the signal to have good busy bodies gossip about how we may or may not have lost our fortune. Regardless of the fact that it is false, image is everything when dealing with these people. These are the unspoken rule for people such as ourselves. And besides, I really did like the place. Why, everything here is absolutely wonderful. Oh fuck me, man. Are you serious? That actually fucking scared me. Except for this ugly painting in the study. It looks like a bad fake of an Edward Munch painting.
Here's the deal. I'm willing to pay 10% higher than your listing price. If anyone tries to outbid us, just add another 5%. I doubt anyone can, of course. Or, you know what? Just add 15% to the listing price, and we can sign all the paperwork now.
And we can sign all the paper. Oh, fuck, she said already.
I guess, if that's what you want. That won't be any trouble. I don't have all the papers now. Didn't think this would be a quick sell. I'll have copies sent to you so you can look over them. And if you'd still like to finish the rest of the tour with Isabella's group, you're more than welcome to.
No, I think we're good here. We'd appreciate a private tour of the place a lot more, I think.
All right. Should I let Marianne in, then?
Marianne? Alright, she's been waiting outside in the study the whole time, hasn't she? I need to have a little chat with her to move this mansion project forward.
Please do.
There's a look of apprehension when the other woman enters the room, the study. Yet, like a professional, I see the moment when she steels herself and masks her worries. Admirable.
We have this project then?
Of course. Will you be needing anything from us?
Having the floor plans would be a great start, just so that I can look at them beforehand. And if you could tell me when you're available for a meeting so that I can include it in my calendar?
Oh, is a meeting really all that necessary, Marianne? I guess we can send Johannes to help you out. You two can start
fuck
by
me,
getting
not
rid of
again.
this ugly painting.
My god, it's like every time there's that boom. Fuck. A hush fall upon the room at my request.
What painting?
And lo and behold, the painting is gone? In its face, the mirror stands will leave me to look at my own confused expression.
Odd. Well, no matter. Back to the topic at hand.
Fuck me.
Marianne, dear, we are simply far too busy to meet up.
Let's free up my schedule. This is an important house for the family.
But I guess we can free up a day to meet with you. I don't really need another Maudlin Monday reading about Maury anyway. The book club can function without me for one day. What time shall we be seeing each other? How does lunch sound?
Besides, my house is a high priority over the book club. Why can't we hold the next meeting in this place? Surely the beauty and grandeur of it will inspire dispirited and lively debates whether modern-day writers could match up to the classics. I might as well clear up the rest of my week to handle whatever affairs buying this mansion requires of me. Any social activity can be put off into the Ermengarde, or rather, the Wrights Mansion's great debut. I might fill up my great parties and gathering, especially when I organize myself.
That sounds good. Although, with a project of this scope, we might need most of the day to tackle your concerns. A more thorough inspection of the place is also preferable.
Breakfast then. It's a date.
It's a day for sure.
It's really not.
Why are you blushing? What are you, a lesbian? Like there's nothing wrong with that.
All right. Monday. 10 o'clock sharp. We'll see you then.
Actually, Marianne suggested that we meet at 9. But who's even awake at that unholy hour? Really? I was lucky enough to wake up this morning before Luke went all the way to Cardiff. We say our goodbye and shake hands and make it clear without outright saying it that we now own this house. By the time we left the mansion grounds, sunset is almost upon us.
So, you really want to buy this place then? That's a bit of a big impulse buy, even coming from you. Not that I'm complaining.
Well, I'm glad you're not complaining like you usually do. It's a right and proper Christmas miracle, isn't it? Hannah has finally done something right.
I refuse to look at him, staring at the passing scenery instead.
Hey, Buttercup, what's with this cheek?
Rose, Lily, Mint. The nerve, Luke, the nerve!
Is that what this was about? 1, that woman's name was Rose. And 2, you know I don't mean a word of that empty flirting.
And it's still the principle of things, Luke. I understand if you try to woo them to get what you want when it seems that I'm not looking. But I told you once before not to do it when I'm there.
Luke dealt with other women in the past to get what he wanted. Sometimes I have my doubts. I really want to believe that I am an exception, that he is not just using me like how he used those other girls. I'm really having a hard time believing that right now. And it isn't just a shameless flirting. There's something about that Marianne woman, and as if Luke is familiar with her. As much as shamed me, it makes jealousy rear its ugly head. I'm suffice to say, tickled off.
Really? I forfeit my trip to Cardiff for this, and you're still not happy.
Oh, trust me, Luke. I am very happy. Very happy that, for once, we are doing something that I want. Can you not see the smile on my face?
Wow. Looks nice, babe. It only when I let loose those words that the truth hits me like a slap on the face. And by the looks of her, it seems that they have the same effect on my dear darling as well. It's always been Luke want to do this and Luke's want to do that, hasn't it? I don't remember the last trip we went to which has my own choosing without the needing of the man's approval. On the other hand, I put along every single expedition he wished to tackle, and I never objected. The rest of the ride home is spent ignoring each other, pretending the other didn't exist. Arriving at a penthouse, the first order of business is getting to bed. Forget a hot bath and forget the tea. I just want to bury myself in a blanket, forget everything in my slumber. It seems that Luke has the same idea in mind. He tags along behind me. But something I would not allow the moment to pass through the door.
Out.
What the bloody hell, woman? This is my bedroom too!
Luke stands flabbergasted as I deny him entry to our chambers. His pillow lies on the cold tile floor away from the warmth of our soft down bed, and my gaze promises him the same fate if it does not budge on this matter.
Don't even try to argue, because I am very cross with you, Luke Wright. You can take the second bedroom or the guest room if you wish, but I do not want to see you at all for the rest of the night.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Johans!
They're gonna have a gay sleepover, 100%. Our butler won this over, a curious expression on his face. He doesn't quite hurry, moving at a relaxed pace no matter how angry his master sounded.
No, you are not allowed to sleep in my room, sir.
No gay sleepover then.
That's not what I mean! Help me talk some sense into her!
There is no sense in questioning her right to be angry, sir.
Fuck me, I keep pressing right click.
So, if I might be excused, I'll go prepare the second bedroom for you.
I have to keep a straight face as he stomp away in the food.
Mutiny! This is mutiny! The system is being upturned, and the people are rioting, and everything is left asunder.
It isn't every day that Luke is rendered speechless by someone considered his inferior or to yield another authority without an ulterior motive. His pride just won't allow it. I did keep telling the man to treat his people better. I might throw myself whatever he wants, but he will not be getting his way tonight. victorious to celebrate by jumping to the face of our bed. A dignified yes, but nobody is here to judge me anyway. Right? Are you sleeping nude? Nobody's here to tell me what to do. Except for the ghost. Yet, as I succumb to sleep, I can hear something, I hear them whisper to me. Oh jeez. You have a fucking attic in your bed or some shit? What the hell is this shit? Calling for me. They want me. Need me. They drown me, pull me down, and suffocate me in the embrace until I sink to the bottom. A deep abyss awaits, yet inviting me yet for modding. They're calling to me from in there, aren't they? And I do want to help, I do. But as I try to reach out, something pulls me back, like a hook sinking itself into my stomach. Whoa! As I break through the surface with a gasp, alone in bed without a look to hug the cover, I am swathed in cloth and slick in sweat. It takes me a while to untangle myself to kick them off. Both the bed and I are a right mess by the end of it, and I'm more eager to get out and get some fresh air. Hey, a new day. Or I'm gonna end here, a bit short, but yeah, thanks for watching this episode, and see ya.